Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Rey Reign and my channel is Reign Within, and I want this to be a safe space. If you've ever felt different, if you've ever felt out of place, like you had to dumb yourself down just to fit in with your surroundings and you can't really talk about what you want to talk about, I like to talk about everything from philosophy, esoteric wisdom, mindset shifts, and everything under that. Everything spiritual, everything manifestation, law of assumption, law of attraction, Neville Goddard, Bashard, like all of that. So if you're interested in any of the above, make sure you follow me, because this is going to be a channel where you're going to feel safe, you're going to feel at home, and you're going to feel like, where have you been all along? But it's okay because I'm here now. So this video, I already know you read the title and you're like, what, like $500? Like, how'd you get $500? So I'm about to tell y'all how I manifested $500 from an essay writing competition. So let's get straight into it. I don't even think I'm gonna edit this video, so we're just gonna see how this goes. If I end up editing, y'all can comment like, girl, you say you wasn't gonna edit, but you literally edited at this time. So just bear with me, y'all. This is my first video, so welcome to my channel. I will have plenty of more videos to come, especially this week. I'm gonna be batch recording, so I'm just gonna be shoveling them out to you guys. So I hope you guys are ready. So I'm just gonna get straight into it. So how I manifest, and if you see me looking down, I'm reading my journal, because I already wrote this like weeks ago, because I already knew I wanted to do a YouTube video so I can help people, so I can tell people a success story, so they can, you know, think manifestation is not as hard as it seems, as we've been conditioned to think. So it says how I manifested $500 by using law of assumption. Okay, essay competition. Okay, so it was an essay competition for the English department at my school. My professor, we're gonna call him Mr. M. Yeah, my professor, Mr. M. I was in English 1302, and he introduced a essay competition, right? So he pulled up the instructions, and it was basically like, they wanted us to critique society in a way that would like invoke change. So you could like talk about anything. It was very unlimited. Like, you could talk about anything. They say you could make a creative story. You could do nonfiction, fiction, as long as it fit the prompt, you were good. So I chose to write about how the title of my essay was how capitalism has bred a greedy society. And basically the essay was about how capitalism has made everybody put money first, and when instead we should all be putting our well-beings first, because money has no value if the people who spend the money aren't able to spend the money because they're sick, they're depressed, they're dumb on social media, scrolling their life away instead of actually living life. So yeah, and I wrote about how it affected the clothing industry, how everything is so cheap and made of polyester, and that's why everybody stinks, and that's why everybody has these thin clothes, and that's why people are looking cheap by shopping off Shein. I used to shop off Shein, but I do not do that anymore, because I'm starting to invest in my clothes, because I need clothes that I'm finna pass to my grandkids. Like, I don't need clothes that are gonna, I don't know, be on the planet forever. So yeah, so I wrote about all that in my essay, right? And, you know, I told myself I was not going to use AI. Now, when I use AI, I use it as like, you know, that the beginning stages, like brainstorming, like, you know, structuring my essay. Like, you know, I write my thesis. I'm like, okay, go, body, you know. Y'all I'm not in the school mode. Introduction, body, conclusion, and stuff. But AI, I tell you, fix my grammar, okay, make it sound, add more academic language and stuff, and then I compared it to, and I'm like, okay, I can use that, I can use that, I can use that. So I was like, you know what, I don't need no AI. Like, I am the AI, I'm the real intelligence. Why do I need artificial intelligence? So I told myself, you know what, I'm finna enter this essay competition. I'm not finna use AI or nothing. I'm just finna use everything up here. Sources, of course, you know, research, blah blah blah. So yeah, I did it, and he told us about it in the beginning of March, and the deadline was March 31st, and I was working on it literally until March 31st. It was due at 11:59 p.m. of course, thank God. And I submitted it, right? And you know, this whole time, I was like, you know, as soon as I heard of it, I was like, I won. Like, I already decided, you know, I heard it. I'm like, I can definitely do that. I won. I am going to win first place, and I'm going to win $500. That's very important, okay? I just decided. I didn't think twice. I wasn't like, oh, I don't know, like, if I'm up to that. Like, I don't know if I could win a essay competition. Like, none of that was going through my mind because I already know how smart I am. I already know, like, I'm literally gifted and talented. So why can't I win? Like, and I was going to win without using AI, too. I said that. As soon as I heard it, too, you know what? I was like, I'm going to win. First place, $500, and I'm not going to use AI, so what? And before I say anything, my professor has literally encouraged us to use AI, so I don't want to hear none of that nat, paddywhack, so yeah. And what was next? Okay, so then I found this YouTuber by the name of Illuminating Joy, and she talked about the technique, how you were supposed to visualize your desire. And then if you have any doubts, all you're supposed to say is, I live in a universe filled with infinite possibilities. And I am on the timeline where blank happens. And when I heard that, that literally shifted my mind, because all that's really saying is you have to remind yourself that anything is possible, because it is. Like, think of anything. Like, how do they create light bulbs and stuff? Like, that's some serious, I gotta sit down and think and meditate and stuff. Like, anything is possible. So I can win a little essay competition. So that's basically what I repeated. Anytime when I would think about the essay competition, I'll be like, you know what? I won $500 first place. I won. I live in a universe filled with infinite possibilities, and I'm on the timeline where I won first place, $500. So I kept repeating that to myself anytime I would think about it. I never had any doubt. I never was like, oh, what if I get second place? No, I never did that. Now, and then something else she said in her video was, it doesn't matter if you think it will happen. You just have to know that it can. And I knew that it could. That was mainly what I was writing on. I wasn't really like, oh, I won. Like, I don't know. I had to make it feel real to myself. So I told myself, I live in a universe filled with infinite possibilities, and I won first place, $500. I'm on that timeline. So I chose to put myself on that timeline, and I feel like that quantum leaped me into the place I was supposed to be. So this is where the crazy part of the story is, and this is where I had to persist. So the deadline was March 31st, and he said he was going to announce the winners on April 31st, and it was going to be a award ceremony. So yeah, April 31st comes, you know, I get out of class, and then I go to the award ceremony. And I was confused at first because it was some seats in the front, and they had little flower things. What are they called? I'm going to insert a picture if I can think of it. But they had those, and I was like, am I supposed to sit there? But I was like, no. So I just sat in the back, and I was a little confused because they didn't say anything about 2 events going on at once or anything. So as I sat down, I saw people start coming in. I started getting the memo. Okay, so this is 2 events. It's for the essay competition. Is for something else in the English department. So, yeah. So my English professor, he was one of the judges, I think. I don't know if he was just over everything or if he was one of the judges. Yeah, I think he was part of the judging. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, so I sat down, and he's like, oh, welcome everybody. So then he introduces the other event, blah, 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 the essay competition. Now he's like, okay, let's announce the winners for the essay competition. So he reads the prompt and everything, and I'm like, okay, he's about to announce it, right? So he says, 3rd place, random name, okay? Whatever. 2nd place, random name person, okay? Then he says 1st place, and it's not my name. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was like, But, you know, I wasn't overreacting. I was just like, you know what? That's cool, but I still live in a universe filled with infinite possibilities, and I'm on the timeline where I win. And y'all want to know what's crazy? After he called the first person name, y'all want to know what's crazy? None of them were there. None of them were there at the award ceremony. So guess what my English professor said, y'all? He said, okay, since they're not here, none of the winners are here, I'm going to get with the judges and we're going to talk about the scores and we're going to reevaluate, and then we're going to get the new first through third place. And he was like, how does that sound? Because, you know, you need to get rewarded for showing up. And, you know, this is what happens when you don't show up. You don't get your money. So, y'all, after he said that, I was like, I literally started laughing to myself because I'm like, God, you are so funny, because you would make this whole dramatic thing like, oh, the first three winners aren't there, so then you just have to call me. Like, okay. So then he announces third place. Boom, random person. The person's there. Second place, random person. The person is there. And then, as y'all can guess, he says first place, my name. When I tell y'all, I was laughing in my head. I had to pull a Eric from The Power of I Am, where he talks about he talked about a scenario where, you know, if you watch the movie 1,000 times and you watch it again, you're not going to get sad when the superhero gets hurt or something, because you already know how the movie turns out. So would you not laugh if you see your friend is getting sad as heck because he sees, oh, he's going to die, and you're thinking, little does he even know. So that's how I was feeling. Like, wow. I just felt like, wow, like this is literally the best scenario. Like, I live in a universe filled with infinite possibilities. You know, I could have just won first place off the rip, you know, whatever. But the fact he had to do all that reevaluation, and I just so happened to be fourth place, and that made me first place. I feel like that's not a coincidence. And then my professor literally told me after, you were actually tied for fourth place, but, you know, we just decided that, you know, you were going to be fourth place. So that's crazy. And I'm like, bro, I did not care that I was runner up or anything, because at the end of the day, you know what I cared about? I cared about, where is it? This is what I cared about. This is the same $500 I got, and I have kept it in my wallet folded up. Like, I don't know what it's called, but I think it's like a some type of Asian like money folding thing in my wallet, where you like fold it like this and you keep it very neat. And I have kept this $500, y'all. This is my good luck, y'all. After I got this, I was just so happy. Like, I was literally laughing to myself. I'm like, bro, I'm literally a master manifester. So I was like, bro, can't nobody tell me nothing. Like, I really felt like I was on top of the world, because that was my first time like actively like trying to like manifest something. Like, normally if I would have you know, did the competition, I would just, you know, whatever, okay, I'm gonna do my best, you know, submit it, whatever. But this was my first time in my life like actually sitting down, like, I want this to happen, focusing my energy on it, you know. So that's why it meant a lot. And I feel like that was like the first step in my manifestation journey, and this is why it had to be my first video, because it's so simple, and I just wanted to share with people so if they can relate and they can see how easy it is. The main thing I want to tell you to do is, first you have to visualize. First you have to ask. Asking is always first, okay? You have to decide what you want. I said I wanted first place, $500. I didn't say I wanted second place. What was it? I think it was 300, and then first place was like 150. No, I wanted that 500. So I said I won first place, $500. That was what I wanted. So at the end of the day, whatever happened, that's what I was gonna be happy with. So then I visualize winning. I visualize, you know, having the money. And the important part is you have to focus on the emotion you feel. So I felt relief. I felt, you know, joy. I felt proud. I felt accomplished, right? So whenever I was thinking about it at first, that's what I visualized. You know, I visualized me having the money. You know, I'm so glad I won. Be in a mode of gratitude, okay? That's the main thing. And make sure you tie your emotion to your thought, or else it's useless, honestly. So then I would say, after doing that, I would say you just have to persist. Whenever you think about it, after that, just have the faith it's gonna happen. Don't try to overcomplicate it. Like, oh my gosh, I have to robotic affirm. Girl, I wish I would robotic affirm for a damn essay competition. Like, please. All you have to, once you decide, it's done. It takes one time for a serious event to be imprinted in your subconscious. So unless you don't have faith, and something important I do want to say, it doesn't matter if you probably don't think it will happen. Just know that it can. Just know that it's possible. You only need a mustard seed of faith, okay? That's all you need to get what you want, my nigga. Like, that's all you need. And anything else I have to say, just persist, persist, persist. You know, after he didn't say my name at all the first time, you know, I could have easily said, dang, I could have accepted defeat. But no, I didn't. I persisted. And that's the important part. Your subconscious will try to tell you, oh, you need to give up. Like, obviously you see it's not working, but that's the most important part in your timeline, that you need to persist, because, you know, the growth graph looks like this and then it's like that. So when you feel like this, when you're in these moments, you could either go like this or you could either go like this, and that depends on you. So you could either choose to persist. Like, do you want your shit bad or not? Like, do you want money? Do you want to be broke for the rest of your life? Like, I'm 500 bands up, you know? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too bad. Please be comfortable to critique me. Don't be all negative like, oh, you said. Like, I take positive criticism, okay? Help me make the videos better, because my videos are supposed to help other people. So I want the people who are watching my videos to put their input, you know? So if there's any videos you want me to make, just comment them below and I will, because I'm going to be recording and I have plenty of video ideas. But I'm interested to see if you guys are interested in any specific videos you want to hear from me. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. And make sure you like and subscribe. Send this to a friend. Y'all can talk about manifestation or anything like that. So yeah, bye guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, make sure you like I said. So bye y'all.